I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
What's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of First Date. You know my guest today. He's back for his second date. You know him from Encino Man and Son-in-Law. Give it up for Pauly Shore.
And the new Denzel movie.
And the new Denzel movie.
Yes, thank you.
Out.
That's a big announcement.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was crazy. It just fucking happened like that.
Out of thin air.
Yeah. It's fucking wild. That's the business, you guys. I was out for 30 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, we had a little bit of a Richard Simmons scare. Like that was happening. And then, Encino Man 2 was in the talks. And then Denzel and Kevin Bacon just call out of nowhere. And he's like, yo, dude, I got this part.
Yeah.
And then, I had to screen test. I screen tested
What was
a
that
lot.
like?
It was, the good part about screen testing now is that you don't have to like go in. You can like just do, from home and stuff. So I was able to I did probably a lot of takes.
Yeah.
To get my part right.
A lot of takes.
Yeah, it was a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
It's cool. Yeah, we film in Bulgaria in August, and we're going away for about 4 months, and it's one of the leads. So I'm excited. Yeah, it's pretty big time.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
so, I'll still be talking to you. I don't know if I'll be able to do podcasts again.
Yeah, you're going to be way out of my league.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's up here. We have it pulled up.
Yep.
Okay, Deadline, Denzel Washington, Kevin Bacon, and Pauly Shore set to star in the new 20th Century Fox thriller Get Out of Our Way, set to be released summer 2026. Warner Brothers. Do we have anything else online about this?
There's probably spread. I mean, it's probably everywhere over the internet because once Deadline plays it, then it goes kind of to Hollywood Reporter, and then it goes to TMZ, and then it fits everywhere. And then having lunch with Denzel and stuff, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
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 We're looking it up right now.
Okay. What's your producer's name?
Josh.
Josh. Oh yeah, Josh. He's the smiley one.
All right, here we go.
No, this is fake.
What?
Yeah.
No, there's
fake
stuff
news?
everywhere. No. There's stuff everywhere about it.
I am finding it. I don't think it's
Well,
fake.
that's not on me. That's on your producer.
No, it says right here. Fake.
Well, you're probably not logged in. Are you on the internet? Do you need a dial-in?
No, I'm in the internet.
Really?
He's
Yeah.
in the internet.
So you don't see anything else but the Deadline?
Polly,
Deadline's the only one.
So Deadline's fine. That's enough.
I think you're lying to us.
I'm not lying to anyone.
I see something for the Nutty Professor, but I'm really sure that's not it.
Well, it's out there, so I don't know what to say.
This is like that transgender thing.
What? What transgender thing?
I don't
No.
think it's out there.
Fuck this shit, dude. I'm doing a movie with Denzel and
No,
Kevin
you're not.
Bacon.
Remember when you told
Hey,
me-
listen, let me tell you something for a second. Let me fucking speak for a second, you cocksuckers.
Okay.
I don't have time for this shit. So listen, maybe it isn't happening on paper, but up here it's what? Chinese, up here it's what?
Manifesting.
Yeah, manifesting it.
Okay.
So my point is,
It's
if we
not
put
happening.
Well, no, it is happening where?
Up there.
Yes, up there.
Are you on medication?
I am.
A lot?
A lot, yeah. So what I'm doing is I saw my therapist, and I got my my book of gratitude, and I just and I'm reading Gabby Bernstein, which is a manifest.
Right.
So I'm putting it out there. So if I put it out there, then people will see it. All the comments are like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you," blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and then the Warner Brothers will see the comments and they'll be like, fuck, maybe we should put him in a movie
Yeah.
with Kevin Bacon and Denzel. So I'm in a movie up what?
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, up here.
Up there.
Up there.
Okay.
And then we're going to have the after party at Terry's Black.
Terry Black's. Close. You had it close. It was
Terry's
close.
Black's. So we're going to have the after party for the premiere. Do you want me to leave?
No, I want
Are
you
you
to stay
sure you guys-
forever.
No, are you sure you guys don't want me on the podcast? Because it's just the movie's up what?
It's up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies up here.
Okay.
So,
Last
Josh, are you cool?
Last time that you were on my podcast.
Josh, you're my friend.
Last time that you were on my podcast.
Yeah.
You told me that you like to have sex with transgender people.
Yeah. Do you guys have any alcohol? I need to have some alcohol here.
Was that true?
No.
Okay. So let me see here. Let's see here. How many?
It looks like an Italian.
Where do you live?
It looks like an Italian menu.
I wish it was an Italian menu.
Really? This
could
looks like a beautiful place.
God.
What's that place
If
here?
I could get a baked ziti right now.
Oh my God. What's that place here, Joshua? I know you're good on the internet. Can you find the
That
place
was Tanner. I know his voice. That was Tanner talking about
Okay.
us.
See, he's manifesting that he's Tanner. So it's a whole thing. So what's the place here in beautiful Austin that is an Italian restaurant? It's really quaint and it's cute. And
Sammy's?
Yeah, Sammy's. This looks like we're at what?
Sammy's.
Sammy's!
Yeah.
Wow! Are you mad at me?
Never. You're wearing my merch.
Yeah. Well,
That's a really easy way to get on my good side.
This is good.
So where do you live now?
I thought you asked me about the transgender stuff.
I was asking, but you said it wasn't true, so we don't need to talk about it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just practicing a bit.
Oh.
So sometimes when you do podcasts, because comedians, we like to write jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I had written this joke about having sex with a transgender woman. And I did it on your podcast, and then everyone's like, oh my God, he's gay.
Right.
I knew he was fucking transgenders, and that's just a joke. So I was just playing you guys, just like the Kevin Bacon, Denzel thing is a what?
Up here.
Yeah, it's up here.
Okay, but so tell me, did
This looks like a big clit. What do you think, bros?
so did
First date, fuck, you stuck that shit. First date,
Pauly,
baby.
that can't come crashing down.
First date. Shut it. We don't want to see that shit anymore. No, sorry. Go
So, would you have sex with a transgender person? We know you haven't, but would you?
on. I don't discriminate.
Here we go again. You're gonna get yourself in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What is that called when people talk like this? Yeah.
yeah,
What is that?
I don't
That's
know.
Francie?
trans.
No, Franz. Yeah. Yeah.
Have any transgenders come for you since they found out that you
Like transgenders?
like transgenders?
No, but I'm trying to have Jim Norton's wife hook me up with one of her transgender friends.
Okay.
Just to do like a double date. Because I asked Jim, I said, what's the deal? Like, would you ever have sex with a woman that's not transgender? And he says, not going to happen. I said, why is that? He goes, you know that saying, once you go black? You know what I mean? I say, he goes, once you go trans, you don't go spams.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck is spams? He goes, I don't know, bro. It's the only thing that rhymes with trans.
Okay.
So it was like his go-to. So like he's basically saying, like the meat down there is better than just just a normal female meat.
Got it. But what we're taking away from this is that you're not in a movie coming
Correct.
out with
No, I am up here.
up there,
Yeah.
and that you haven't actually had sex with transgender.
Correct.
And where do you live?
I live in the back in this place right here in the corner. No, because I'm always traveling and stuff, and I'm thinking of different things. I like to live in different places.
Well, I heard that you had moved to Austin. Was that true?
Yes,
Oh, okay. So what'd you
Yeah.
do with your place in Vegas?
I still have that too.
What'd you do with your place in LA?
Still have that too.
Wow, you're
But-
balling.
No. It's not houses. I don't big houses. It's small little apartments.
Oh.
So and then and the way I get free, I don't want to say free rent, but the way I get good rent is I do social media for the buildings
Oh, do you really?
that I live in. Like, hey, I'm at the blah, blah, blah. If you ever want to get an apartment, go to the blah, blah, blah. And that kind of offsets my expenses.
But isn't that scary? People are going to go and try to live there to run into you. What if you got a stalker?
Or a transgender stalker.
Whoa.
Wow. Or Denzel, who turned transgender and then is
wanted
with
to
Kevin Bacon. 6 degrees. Mama. So, no, I like living in 3 different places because my heart is in 3 different places.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is your
Yeah,
heart going to
yeah.
Is your heart going to be in a 4th place?
Maybe New York.
I knew you were going
I
to say
like
that.
New
So
York.
predictable.
I like New York.
Okay.
But yeah, I love Austin because of Joe and Tony, their family. And I love the mothership. And then I like Vegas because of the Wise Guys, which is a comedy club down there. And my dad lived there before he passed. And I love the history of Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And then the LA is where I was born and raised. So I like to bop around. Also, like, people get sick of me. You know what I mean?
Really?
What the fuck did you say it like that? No. people get sick of me. Like I feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of an acquired taste.
Yeah.
So like for instance, I'll be in the green room with Joe and Tony and all those guys up there, and after a week or two, I feel like they're like going, "Fuck, when's this guy gonna go?"
Yeah.
And when I feel that, I just book a Southwest, and me and my dog Buster, we just fly out to Vegas.
Yeah.
And then I land in Vegas, and everyone's like, "Dude, where you been?" They what? They miss me.
Right.
And then when I'm hanging out in Vegas, you know, I'll be at Allegro at the Wynn for a while, and then people will see me, and they're like, "Fuck, when's he gonna go?" And then like, boom, Southwest to Burbank.
Dang.
Yeah,
You
and
got
then
a
people
good system here.
and then people in LA are like, "Bro, where you been?" And everyone misses me.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel more wanted. And then I also get sick of people too.
As the temps start rising, I feel that familiar urge to refresh my closet, but I'm not wasting my money on pieces that I'll only wear once or for just one season. Quince changes that. Their clothes are timeless, lightweight, and far more elevated than anything else at this price. It finally feels like my wardrobe matches my standards, like 100% European linen shorts and dresses from $30. Luxe swimwear, Italian leather platform sandals, and so much more. But the best part? Everything with Quince is half the cost of similar brands. By working directly with top artisans and cutting out the middleman, Quince gives you luxury without the markup. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I personally love their linen line. They have so many clothes that are just perfect for summer. Give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/date for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/date to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/date.
When we needed a new family car, I wasn't just shopping. I was stress testing every choice. Is it safe? Is it reliable? Is this actually a good price? I didn't want surprises, just something solid. That's why I went with Car Gurus. Ever feel like car shopping is designed to make you second guess yourself? With Car Gurus, I didn't have to guess. I could see unbiased deal ratings, read real reviews, and even set price alerts when a vehicle I was watching dropped. Car Gurus gives you the control to shop how you want to shop with all the tools, data, and filters I needed to feel good about what we were bringing home. And with the most inventory of new and used cars in the US, you can actually compare, not compromise. It's no wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com.
So it's a win-win.
It sounds like your schedule is hard to date.
I don't know. I think so.
Are you dating anybody?
Of course.
How many people are you dating?
Fuck, you know, every town I got 17 people in each. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. What does dating mean? Does
Like
it mean
someone that you're seeing for more, like on a relative, you text
yes.
regularly.
Well, I text with you and we're not dating.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're
so
on our second date, though.
Yeah. I text with a lot of people because I meet a lot of people and I'm friends with a lot of people. But I'm not, doing this with a lot of
Are
people.
you romantically interested in anybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
No. That's not happening.
Well, you told
No,
me
I
last
get-
time.
Laura,
Wait, no, Pauly. Last time you told me that it was important for girls to be juicy. Is that still important?
No. That was me speaking about the trans thing.
Oh.
And that's not, no. I like to be dried up.
Dried up.
Better. Yeah, better. No, you know what's one of the things, like all serious, and I joke around a lot. And part of the reasons why I joke around is a lot because I don't want to get close. You know what I mean? It's like a defense mechanism.
You're afraid to get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't want to mention any friends, but I have a friend of mine that's really close to someone, and they're always kind of like, there's this, it's not like, I don't want to say I don't know your relationship, but I assume it's pretty awesome. Like you guys, you know what I mean? Honey, I'm home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. With this, it's like, I don't want to get in a situation where I'm living with someone and then like, I'm like, fuck, I wish this person wasn't here.
Oh, yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah,
But
'cause
you don't
that
have to
happens a
stay in a
lot.
relationship that makes you feel like that. When was the last time you had a serious girlfriend?
It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while.
Like a
Probably
year?
7 years ago.
7 years.
Yeah.
Do you think that you will be in another serious relationship again?
I don't know. I do want a kid though.
Do you?
I do.
Well, then,
Yeah.
does it matter to you to be in a serious relationship, or are you just do you just want to be a dad?
I want to be a dad.
You could adopt.
I can't adopt, but I want to have my own child,
Okay.
like a little version of me.
So where do you go to meet people?
I don't think there's a particular place. I think you just meet people.
Okay.
It's not like I go to the blah 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 clubhouse and that's where, you know what I mean? You can meet people. I meet some people in the Comedy Store, just hanging out at the front bar there, just like in front. You'll meet people. I haven't really met anyone here in Austin.
Have you been here long enough, though? Because
Mm.
I feel like you're never really in Austin for very long.
Yeah, I kind of go from my place to the mothership back to my place.
Yeah.
And you're walking down 6th Street. And that's not a real place to meet,
No.
women. Yeah.
Tanner,
that's-
is that a good place to meet women?
At the mothership?
On 6th Street.
Oh, no, there's a bunch of whores there.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ratchet babes down there.
Could be a good
Yeah,
time.
could be a thing. But it's back to having a child. So I think it's got to be with someone. Elon Musk said it. I overheard him say it one time. He says the most important decision of your life is who you have a child with.
Oh, yeah?
So I think that's what I heard from him, and it stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's true because at the end of the day, I am getting older. You know what I mean? And you don't want to do it You don't want to do it so late because that's not cool. And so, but the relationship with a female, you don't know where that's going to go. She might get bored. I might get bored. There might be something that a relationship sometimes take a long time, but having a child with someone that's really cool, that isn't going to cause like any, bad energy. Cause you definitely, you hear stories also, from friends that you don't want to create a bad energy in front of the kid.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
just want to have someone, I would like to do it with someone that is, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's soul. Like, yo, bro, like, go do your thing. You're a comic. You're fucked up. Go do your thing, And it's not like I'm out humping, because I'm not. I know it seems like it, but I'm not. I actually like not getting laid.
Oh, really?
Yes, I like not getting laid.
How long has it been since you've been laid?
It's been probably a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, when you're younger, it's more of an important thing. Like, I have younger friends, like, in their 20s, they're always like, yo, I got to get laid. But then again, my brother, Scott, always loved to get laid. And he's like 71. So, like, I'm cool not getting laid because when you get older, it takes a longer time for, semen to build in your balls, right? Can I Google that and see if that's true? Wow, that's a long silence right there. He's like, no. But when you're young, you can have sex 3 or 4 times in one night. When you get older, it takes like 4 or 5 days to get a nice, to get semen rebuilt back in your balls.
The production of semen, known as spermatogenesis, takes approximately 74 days.
Okay, that's not, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, that's just kind of like the area. No, that's just kind of like, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you get older, you don't want to party as much.
Right.
You want to stay in as much. Like, I'd rather not go to a club. I'd rather just watch TV and relax and hang out with my dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
I think he's actually, it's interesting. My friend Greg told me that he doesn't think he's a dog. He thinks he's a hyena. Yeah. So then I took a picture of my dog and I Googled a hyena and I'm like, fuck, I think I have a hyena, which means I'm like the Lion King. Or no, not the Lion King. What's that guy's name?
Mufasa?
No, what's the guy's name?
Scar.
The what?
Scar.
Uncle Scar.
No, the guy in Oklahoma that had the lions.
Talking about Tiger King?
Yeah, the Tiger King.
Okay, very different from Lion King.
Okay, yeah.
We went cartoon, and you went Tiger King. You know he's in prison.
Yeah, so because he trained lions, so I think I'm training a hyena.
Tigers.
Tigers,
Tiger King.
Yeah. So I think he's a hyena.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's a dog.
That's what your dog looks like? Mm-hmm. God.
Oh no, can you Google wolf?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Maybe he's he looks more like, I think he's a wolf.
You have a husky?
Yeah. He's husky.
Okay.
He makes a lot of noises. Yeah, so his name's Buster, and he's my loving, my love, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. He's great. Yeah, he's he follows me around everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, he wants to roll with me, you know what I mean?
That is common.
Yeah, follows me around. Well, because he knows without me, I die. Or, excuse me, I fucked that up. We got to fix this joke. This is a good joke. You got to roll it? It's time to take two. So,
we're ready.
Because he knows without me, he dies.
Right.
Because he can't open shit because he's got a paw.
Right.
And he can't call anyone because he can't pick up. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's left wanting.
Yeah, wanting me next to him.
Have you ever gotten a girl pregnant?
Well, probably, but they haven't told me that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you might have a kid out there.
I might have a kid. But I think a lot of times, like, if a girl gets pregnant, they, they have what's it called, an abortion, right?
I mean, if they don't tell you that you have a kid, they probably went and got
I've
an
probably
abortion.
probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I assume they would tell me, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they would tell me.
So what is the difference between...
Where's your wedding ring?
I don't have one.
Why?
He never proposed.
Huh. Well, this is new information. Wow.
I know, but I'm married.
How's that? Is this like a Gene Simmons thing?
No.
I thought I was fucked up. Your relationships more fucked up than mine. Right?
No, we went to the courthouse.
Right?
You guys had to bring that up for real. It's perfectly acceptable to be married and not wear a wedding ring. It's acceptable for some. It's unacceptable to me.
Yeah.
You know, why is it not arrived yet? No, he's never proposed though. I did this thing called an ultimatum.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I was like, a week before I gave birth, I was like, hey, look, here's the deal.
Right.
Either we get married and this child can have your last name, or we don't.
Right.
And it has my last name. And he didn't like that. So we went to the courthouse that day and got married.
So you got married, but you don't have a ring?
No, and he still hasn't even proposed. He never did the one knee.
So what's the last name of your child?
Black.
Oh, motherfucking black. Shit.
Black.
Motherfucking black. Motherfucking Terry, motherfucking black.
Yeah.
You know who scares me is Jason. You know Jason? Oh my God.
I
he's
do know
scary.
Jason. He's so scary.
Yeah, right?
Jason is the pit guy at Terry Black's.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's hardcore.
Yeah, he's scary, bro. He texts me weird memes of myself once in a while.
Does he really?
I'm like, yeah, he'll like send me like a weasel to me, and I'm like, whoa, bro, like at weird hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Love him, but he's a little, right?
Yeah.
He's cool. He's my friend. Hi, you're my friend.
So, Pauly,
Yeah.
what is the difference between Cialis and Viagra?
Oh, Cialis and Viagra?
Cialis. I thought it was Cialis. I don't know. I don't
Cialis.
use
These
it.
are erectile dysfunction pills, right?
Or wait, isn't there another one? There's the Blue Chew one now.
Oh, yeah, the Blue Chew. Yeah, there's Blue Chew. There's
Blue Chew, Cialis, and Viagra. Which one's your favorite?
Well, there's a new one coming out for the women. Yeah, and it gets you guys moist. You didn't hear about this?
No, what's it called?
It's called Niagara.
Oh, I thought it was called Shake Shack.
Yeah, exactly. Shake Shack. No, I don't know. I just think that at the end of the day, it's about making sure your partner is having a good time. And I think if you can add some extra blood to your cock, You know what I mean? And make it a little thicker and harder for her. It makes her ears, get excited and her eyes roll back in her head like Linda Blair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes when my friend has sex with girls, he says.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he says that his penis is so exciting for the women that when they're doing it, her eyes go back and her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. That's because he uses the pills.
When I was younger, I dreamed big, like many of us do. But as I got older, those dreams shifted from wild ideas to something more real. Turning my skills and passions into a business. Starting this podcast and launching our merch felt exciting, but also overwhelming. I worried, what if I can't build a website? What if I don't know how to find customers? Those doubts are totally normal. That's why I love Shopify. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, including big names like Mattel and Gymshark, but also brands just getting started, like ours. We actually use Shopify to run our own merch store, and it makes everything so much easier. They have beautiful, ready-to-go website templates, so you don't have to be a design expert. Need help with product photos, descriptions, or discounts? Shopify's AI tools cover that. Want to grow your audience? Shopify makes email and social media campaigns simple. And if you get stuck, their award-winning 24/7 support is always there. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/date. That's shopify.com/date. Have you ever done like psychedelic mushrooms?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
As long as it's not too much. Mushrooms are one of those things that I assume they're like gummies.
Yeah.
Where you just don't want to freak out too much.
Yeah.
But I did do them. I went and saw the Dead and Company over at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Remember I told you I also have a place in Vegas.
Right.
Little studio apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I do videos for them to promote their, you know what I mean?
Man, you're just like this regular social media marketing guy.
Yeah, I'm a marketing guy. So I went and did the mushrooms there. That was fun.
I bet that would be fun, especially at the Sphere.
Have you been there yet?
I have been to the Sphere, and I saw the Earth thing. Oh, it was terrible. It was awful. It was a terrible story. Makes you feel bad for living on this Earth.
I didn't see the Earth thing.
Man, it was like reverse psychology. It like starts out being like this beautiful Earth, and then it unwinds, and it talks about like how much toxins and destruction humans have done to the earth, and like it made me feel really bad leaving there. I was like, should I be alive? Like I'm destroying the earth by chewing gum. It was weird.
And so it's just like a movie thing?
It was a movie. It was
wow.
and it was called Earth. I mean, visually it was fantastic, but it was a wonderful way to get into someone's subconscious and make them feel like shit.
So it's kind of like watching the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you watch the news, you don't feel better.
Yeah.
It's always like Debbie Downer, the news. There's
Of
not,
course.
And the thing that's fucked up about it is like, they show so much video and footage like overseas of people dying, and like it's a nightmare and it's terrible, but they don't show footage of like people having a good time.
Yeah, because no one likes good news.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what is going on in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really typically watch it either.
All right.
Do you like to go to sporting events with girls?
I have, but I don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I mostly watch the games and stuff, by myself or with my friends.
Yeah.
I love basketball. I got it from my father. My father loved basketball.
I like sitting courtside.
Oh wow, I bet you do. Yeah, you look like a courtside babe. Right?
You know why I like sitting courtside though? Because it feels like being in a movie. And basketball players really are like giants.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting and you're that close to them, and I mean, it feels like you're in another world. So I'm more like the visual. I really don't give a shit about the fact that I'm like front row. For the glam of it.
Yeah, but you just like the vibe.
I like the vibe.
Yeah,
I like how big they are, and it's fast.
Yeah.
I could never imagine moving that fast in my life.
Yeah. I'd like to go. I like to do more. I'd like to go to more sports things. I like to do more things that I wasn't doing before. So this year it's like I'm not really touring a lot. You know what I mean? Like usually I would always be like, oh, I'm going to go to Ohio or Detroit or, or Indiana. I would always kind of be on the road. But this summer, I'm kind of taking the summer off. You know what I mean?
You
to
deserve
kind of
that.
pat myself on the back and just be like, yo, chill out. You know what I mean? Like go and see the world, go and see things. So maybe going to a sporting event, with some transgender woman maybe going to a sporting event would be fun,
Yeah.
and do stuff that, like I'm going to Jamaica soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for like 6 days. Yeah.
What inspired you to go to Jamaica?
My travel agent. I've been with my travel agent for a long time, and she knows what I like. So, she knows I like the boutique, small hotel right on the water, not really expensive, but more like funky and not bougie, and more like just zen.
Yeah.
So she found me a place, and I wasn't planning on going to Jamaica, but she said you'd really love this place, and I know you, so I'm excited.
That's
so
cool.
I'm going. Yeah, from here I'm going to do some shows at the Mothership, and then I'm going to go see my friend Chris Lee, who's having his 60th birthday in Miami. I'm going to support him, go down there, and then go from there to Jamaica for like 6 days, and just enjoy breathing. When you
Yeah.
get older, I was talking to Christine about it. You just get older and just like you start to say, hey, you know what? We're all not here forever. You're what, 30? How old are you?
I love you for saying
Yeah,
that.
but how old are you?
37.
Yeah, so you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
But you're still super young. But my point is, it's fucking weird because people die just randomly, just like out of nowhere. We all have friends that get a cancer or this or that. And I was talking to Christine about it, and it's like, you gotta start also, I don't know, just kind of enjoying yourself, and it's not all about work all the time, and I haven't never done that, so I'm excited.
That'll be nice. And maybe you'll meet someone on vacation when you can actually be somewhere besides where you're performing and where you live.
Yeah, I could meet someone over there. That could be true.
Yeah.
You never know about that, so.
Where would you take a girl on a first date?
I love sushi, and most girls love sushi, so that's always a fun place.
Yeah.
Sushi and sake. I love sake. That's really good. And what else? Coffee is always simple. You know what I mean? It's casual. Or the dog park.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to the dog park. Sometimes that's really cool. I think, when you go on a first date, everyone's kind of like dressed up and kind of putting on some sort of, impression and stuff like that. And I think if you could go in a place where it's not like that, I think it's more casual and it's more like spontaneous, or a hike or something, or just be spontaneous.
What's the first thing that attracts you to a girl? Or transgender, whichever one.
I'm not transgender. We were just kidding. Remember, it was just a joke. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
girls.
Them laughing at my stuff. I think that's the most important, because after the sex and after the looks and after, what do you do for a living? You're just two people like this, you're either laughing or you're not. Like, we'll never date because you don't laugh at any of my stuff. So. No, but you know what I'm saying? I think that's the most important.
So is it important for you to think that a girl's funny?
I think more that she just smiles and that she's authentic. She doesn't have to be funny.
Yeah.
I think smiling is like the most important thing.
Do you like it when a girl can cook?
Oh, yeah. That's
What-
good. But I can cook too.
Yeah.
So we cook together. Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
So would a good date night be like at home?
I think after you get to know each other, yeah. But I don't think a first date, baby. I don't think it's good to do it on a cooking thing right at the first.
Yeah.
I think after a while.
Yeah. I've actually ruined some nice dates by trying to do something at home and cook. It was a
It's a little awkward.
It was a little too much.
Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, I think that you should wait for a little bit
Yeah.
before doing something like that,
Yeah.
because I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'm going to show off a little bit. I'm going to make a really nice meal. I'm going to have my house clean.
Some ziti
I'm gonna
from
show,
Sammy's.
Yeah, I'm going to show that I'm
Yeah.
like a domestic girl, that I'm like looking for a serious relationship. Because that's kind of what that vibe is, right? It's like, you know, we don't need to go out and party. But I think when you're dating someone in the beginning, you should get out and you should go be out in the world and like see how people live in the world. So I've ruined some dates by doing that.
Yeah. People have to see how people live in the world.
You do. You don't think so?
No, yeah. No, I know. You got to just go out and see. Also,
Like, I want
taking
to know if people are going to cross the street when the red hand is up. That's a giant red flag for me. I will not cross the street unless there's like the little white guy.
telling you to come across the street, right?
Yeah.
What is it called? The tracking guard? The tracking guard, right?
I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
And-
just don't want to get hit by a car. Getting hit by a car is like a huge fear of mine. So if I'm with a guy on a date and he's like, come on, and like tries to grab my
No.
hand and get me killed out in the
Yeah.
middle of the street because he can't wait 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like,
That's not good.
no. So you need to go
Yeah.
out and see how people live in the world.
Also, I think it's important, like if you go grocery shopping with the person, after you put the groceries in your car, they take the cart and they bring it back to where they found it,
See, now,
as opposed to just pushing it right over there.
yeah, you're speaking my language.
Yeah. Just things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also opening the door for people and saying thank you. Mm-hmm. You know, saying thank you is important. Yeah.
Also, whenever like you get picked up or you go to pick someone up, and if you get coffee or something like that and you're driving, sometimes going for drives are nice. Does that person leave their empty cup in the car when they get out? Do they just like leave it in your car, or do they take it with them and throw it away?
Yeah, you got to throw it away.
You got to throw it away.
Yeah, you got to throw it away.
But I can't tell
Also-
you how many times people have left crap in my car, and that just bothers me.
Yeah, well, they're not with you anymore. You got your man now.
Yeah.
You're
Make
okay.
barbecue.
Yeah, your barbecue. So, I don't know. I think the most important thing is the smile and listening to each other and laughing with each other. Mm-hmm. Because if you're trying to like pull, you know. Also, I don't like women that talk so much. I mean, not obviously you have to talk. We're in a podcast now, but when you're sometimes silence is better.
Yeah.
You know, and after a show, like I don't want to talk. You know, so like if a girlfriend is there to see me, like, you know, come back and we're sitting, just I don't like to talk. She doesn't know that, but I tell her, like, I don't want to talk. I just spoke for an hour and I need to just relax.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
you want to make sure that you're with someone that you can just be around.
I think it's important. I think the most important thing about a relationship is not speaking, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Just that silence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when you're having dinner, like how many conversations can you have with someone? Sometimes you just love to be with that person.
Yeah.
Because they're there with you and there's a feeling in the air that you're stoked to have your homie and your best friend there. And I think that's important. But to always have to strike up conversations is kind of, I don't know.
I think that's why it's important that you date someone that has something going on that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they don't have enough going on. And like, I'm sure for you, this is a thing where you're always traveling, you're on stage, you're popular, you're in a movie with Denzel.
No, that was fake. Remember
yeah.
we talked.
And then it's like, if this girl doesn't have anything really going on.
That's why the smile is important and the sense of humor is important, because not everyone has, you know, something, you know what I mean? And you might not be interested in.
But even hobbies are fine.
Yeah.
Some people just don't even have hobbies.
Mm.
Sometimes people just like to smoke weed and drink and
Play
like
video games.
Yeah, and they're just like
I was
real
talking to
cash.
Montgomery today, William Montgomery. I'm going to see him later. And he said he was at the gym. He said he was going crazy, just always on his video games. I'm like, yeah, dude, you got to like do something else.
Stream.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play video games, get on Twitch
Mm-hmm.
and start streaming and have some personality And
Yeah.
like funny stuff can happen on Twitch.
Yeah.
There's some fun things that you can talk about with that. But if you're just like chilling and playing video games and you're not even trying to stream,
Yeah. Yeah, you lose your brain cells.
I'm like,
But
what are you playing?
Also, another place that I like to go with a girlfriend would be like a bathhouse.
yeah.
You know, like a Korean bathhouse or the Russian bathhouse, because it's a healthy place. You you go into the cold plunge and you go into the different steam rooms in the cold, and it's all about making feeling good. And I like to give that to someone.
Yeah.
And getting a massage is important. All that stuff is good.
And
yeah.
you get to see someone's body.
Yes, you get to see their body. Yes.
It's
of
like
course.
a great way to get someone in a swimsuit.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You get him in a swimsuit.
My first date with my guy was paddleboarding.
Oh, cool.
So
So he saw you in a
Saw me in a swimsuit.
Cool, awesome. So how is the baby going and everything? Right, I see photos. And
yeah, he's doing
it's
great.
cool.
He's 3 months old.
Right.
He was born on the
I heard his
7th, so
name's Brisket. Is that his name, Brisket?
He smells like brisket.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So it's 3 months.
3 months.
Because I saw the pictures of you. Were you losing your baby weight and all that stuff?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. How's that going?
Good. I'm like 2 pounds away from my pre-pregnancy weight.
Wow.
So 2 more, but I'm wearing Spanx, and I think that most of it is my boobs. So
I'm not looking. Go on.
it's like much heavier
Yeah.
up top. So
Why is that?
because they make milk,
Oh, got it.
they get like enlarged.
Is it like soy?
No, it's probably full fat.
Not like oat?
I'm probably producing high fructose corn
Oh,
syrup.
God.
Because my baby's so chunky. I mean, he's just eating straight ice cream.
So do you breastfeed and... So you're ice cream?
I just think that's what I'm churning. This
You're
is
churning ice cream out.
fucking gross, dude.
Really?
Yeah. It's not fat free.
Right.
No.
So do you breastfeed in public?
No.
Because have you seen that before?
Yes.
It's mostly hippie babes.
Yeah.
They'll just take their boob out and the kids over here and they're like on their phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I take a bottle. I will pump milk, and then I've got like a canister that one keeps it cold and one warms it up, and I have a bottle, and I'll feed him a bottle in public. But it's all my own milk, so I'm pumping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it like milking a cow where you can kind of like do that? Really?
In fact, one of my favorite things to do is squirt him in the face when he falls asleep.
Okay.
So he'll fall asleep while he's eating, and I'll squeeze my boob and it'll go shh, and I think it's really funny
Oh,
to
wow.
spray him in the face with some milk because he
Okay.
goes.
He likes it or he doesn't like it?
No, of
Yeah.
course he doesn't like it,
Yeah.
but I'm like, whatever, don't fall asleep. I'm working here.
Right.
Would you fall asleep eating dinner?
No.
No.
No,
You gotta teach him early. You can't
Yes.
do that.
No, you can't. You can't,
Can't do that.
No.
So I'm teaching him young. Wake the fuck up, dude. Anyway, where can people find you? Besides Vegas and Los Angeles
And Austin.
And Austin.
I don't know. Those are the places. That's
Okay.
kind of where I'm at right now. I'm trying to breathe, and just kind of experience my day, and that's where I'll be,
Okay.
Does that
but
make
you're on
sense?
Instagram.
Yeah, all my social media stuff is out there. We got the Pauly Shore diagram. It's out there, and then we got the all this stuff: the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok, the Twitter, and it's all there. So
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you for coming on.
yeah. Thank you for having me. And
Is there anything else that you want to say?
I have a new podcast that I've been putting. It's actually
Oh
not.
my God.
It's not an old podcast. It's a new podcast. It's called Random Rants, and I'm bringing it back. It's an old podcast that I did that I'm bringing it back.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how true that is.
It's all true.
That's true?
Yeah.
Random rants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Later, dudes.
Thank you
Peace
guys
out.
so much for watching another episode of First Date.
No squirting on me. No squirting on me, please. No squirting.
It's like an Austin Powers movie.
Yeah,
Instead
yeah,
of like shooting
exactly.
bullets, I'm just spraying milk. See you guys next time.
Later, dudes.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?